Welcome to Black and Gold Today, brought to you by Ray Brandt Infinity. I'm Rachel Whittaker. We've talked a lot about the Saints' offensive line and possible salary cap casualties. One is guard Jahri Evans, a 9-year Saint who brings an $11 million cap hit this year. Here for an update on him now is Saints beat writer Katherine Terrell, fresh off the NFL Combine. Welcome back.
Thanks for having me. I'm just glad to be home where it's warm.
Yeah, you're defrosting a little bit.
Sort of.
But it's clear that the Saints are not going to be able to keep both Jahri Evans and Ben Grubbs without somehow reworking their contracts.
Yeah, I definitely agree. At their current salaries and their cap hits, just like you said, Jahri Evans has an $11 million cap hit. It's just not going to work with the way the salary cap is structured, and they'll never be able to bring in free agents if they don't kind of rework this. So those two have kind of become the big targets just because they're getting older, they're coming off down years. So I definitely think one or the other is going to be restructured or possibly released.
Yeah, where do things stand with Evans? You've reported on NOLA.com some possible conversations between the sides.
Yeah, I know that the two sides have talked a couple of times. I'm not sure that they've really reached an agreement or a conclusion. It's kind of up in the air. A pay cut has been discussed, but no numbers have been agreed upon. So at least they're talking, but I think that all options are still on the table. He could be released. As hard as it is for Saints fans to hear, it's still a possibility.
Right, that really is. He's been the anchor of the offensive line for the past 9 years, and one of the few, it's less than 5, I believe, at this point, players who were left on the 2009 Super Bowl team. And one thing Sean Payton and the Saints were both acknowledged was that they lacked the leadership they needed to really succeed this past year. So, I mean, Evans obviously a key part of that they could lose if he were to be released.
Well, that's their struggle. Do they release an aging guard that's about to be 32, or do they keep him because of the character he has and what he can be when he's healthy? They really don't want to lose any more character guys. They really struggled in the locker room with leadership issues. So I think that they're very hesitant to part ways with any more of them, and that includes Marcus Colson too, who's another guy in line for a pay cut.
Right, yeah, his cap hit almost $10 million. And as far as Evans as well, he's been to the Pro Bowl 6 times, and he had surgery on a torn ligament in his wrist that looks like it hampered him some during the season. And so next year his salary and bonuses are coming to $7.5 million, and Ben Grubbs too, his cap hit is $9.6 million. So do you think that longevity with the team, Grubbs has only been here since 2012, could that be a factor?
I definitely think if they had to make some sort of decision between Evans or Grubbs, they're going to pick Evans just because, I mean, obviously for what he can do, but also because, he's one of those last Super Bowl guys, as you said. But I don't necessarily think that if one leaves, the other's staying, or that they're tied together in any way. I think that they kind of look at it as separate situations and try to kind of go from there.
Okay, yeah, great point there. And both sides, we've heard from pretty much everyone in the Saints locker room that they're confident the Saints front office is going to work all this out. It's what they do. Evans said that exact quote in December. So we're going to see how this all transpires. And Katherine, thanks for the update.
Thanks, and I'm sure they will figure it out in some way.
Yes, Mickey Loomis always seems to get it together. And keep checking for more Black and Gold today with a new league year almost here. Have a great day.